I'm a 30-year-old woman living in Portland, working as a freelance graphic designer. I've always kept to myself, had my own pace, built a quiet life I liked. My older sister, Brooke, is 34. She's a realtor in the suburbs, the kind of person who walks into a room and instantly takes over. Loud, charming, flashy. She married a successful contractor when she was 26 and moved into a 2-story house with a giant kitchen island and a yard the size of a park. Her social media is full of couple selfies, designer bags, and updates on her dream home by the lake. That lake house gets more airtime than her own child. We didn't grow up in a dramatic household. Our parents are still married, live 10 minutes from me, and always pushed us to be independent. No one was really the favorite. Brooke was just more. She always had to win. I was the quiet one, the one with potential but not much initiative. That's how she put it. Anyway, the shift started a few years ago, quietly. I caught Brooke talking to one of our cousins during a 4th of July barbecue. I hadn't walked up yet, so she didn't know I was standing close. She was laughing about how I still lived in that shoebox apartment and how I probably used dating apps like job interviews. Said I was probably collecting cats at this point. That was the first time I heard her mocking me, but it wasn't the last. When I walked up, she gave me a hug like nothing happened. Later, when I brought it up privately, she waved it off. Said it was just a joke. Said I was being too sensitive. I let it go. The next time it was my haircut. Then my shoes. Then the fact that I brought a guy to Thanksgiving dinner and he turned out to be just a friend. Every time I called her out, she doubled down on the just teasing line. Our parents told me to brush it off, that sisters do this. But I wasn't laughing. It got worse over time. She started sending screenshots of my Instagram posts to mutual friends, my selfies, captions about my work, and made sarcastic comments. I found out through a friend who thought I already knew. At a baby shower last year, she made a joke, loud enough for everyone to hear, about how I probably brought Tupperware to pack up leftovers. I hadn't, but everyone laughed, and I just stood there. That was the breaking point. I didn't cry. I didn't react. I just nodded and smiled and decided I was done playing nice. I started documenting everything. When it happened, who was there, what she said. I didn't know what I'd do with it yet, but I was tired of being her punchline. Her favorite thing in the world is that lake house. She brings it up every chance she gets. Built by her husband, paid for with what she called smart money moves. She hosts every family event there, keeps reminding everyone it's where she plans to retire early. She even refers to it as her proof of success. I've heard her say, more than once, that it's what makes her better than most people she knows, including me. 2 months ago, I took on a client who worked in luxury real estate branding. It wasn't intentional, but it ended up being exactly what I needed. I learned how people list properties off-market, how financing works, how to track public property records. It was fascinating, mostly because I started noticing familiar names. One of Brooke's old college friends works in mortgage lending, and during a casual coffee catch-up, she mentioned that Brooke and her husband had taken out a second loan a while ago. A risky one. I didn't let on that I was surprised. I started digging, quietly, carefully. Turns out, the lake house, it's in her husband's name only. The land too. Everything about it, from taxes to permits to insurance, is tied to him. If something happened to that marriage, she'd be out of there with nothing. I also found a lien filed 6 weeks ago. The kind of lien that shows up when someone's behind on construction materials or subcontractor payments. I never knew they were struggling. Brooke kept up the act so well, that changed everything. I wasn't going to confront her. I wasn't going to yell or ask her why she was cruel for years. I had no interest in making her apologize. I wanted her to watch everything she bragged about slip away. I wanted her to know